Hey, what's up YouTube? In this video, I'll be showing you how to make a Sonic the Hedgehog statue. To make Sonic, you will need some white concrete, light grey concrete, red concrete, yellow concrete, lime concrete, black concrete, blue concrete, and finally, white terracotta. Make sure that you have hefty amounts of all of those. Once you have picked a nice spot to make Sonic, I'm going to be building it over here, you're going to want to begin by placing a row of 8 light grey concrete in a row on the ground. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I then want you to place 2 rows of red concrete directly on top, spanning the width of the light grey concrete. On top of the red, place a row of white, and then light grey, and then white once more, like that. Those are Sonic's shoes. We then want to place 8 rows of blue concrete, and we're going to mark these out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then we're just going to left to right these. As you might imagine, Sonic is mostly blue, so a lot of him is just quite blue. So we're going to be spending a lot of time using this colour. Once you have placed 8 rows of blue concrete, we are going from left to right, place 3 blue concrete, 2 white terracotta, 3 blue. For the next row, I want you to place 2 blue, 4 white terracotta, 2 blue. Now for the next row, I want you to repeat this 7 times in total. Place a blue concrete on each end of the row with white terracotta in between. That's all you have to do. And as I mentioned, you want to do that 7 times. So that would be the first, of course. So 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th. And then we are simply just going to fill the rows in between with white terracotta. And this is going to be most of the front of the body, which arguably, besides the head, is probably one of the harder parts of this. So once you have made all of those 7 rows in total, you want to place 2 rows of blue on the end of the next row coming inwards, with a row of 4 white terracotta right the way in between. Now, once you have done that, I think that we're going to move on to the head, just continue this. We're going to place a row of blue concrete on top of the body, extend forwards, place white terracotta in front, white terracotta on top, then going from left to right on top of this, place 3 white terracotta, blue concrete, or rather black concrete, we don't want blue, and then 4 white terracotta. Then, going from left to right on top of this row, I want you to place 2 white concrete, lime concrete, 2 white, lime, 2 white. We're going to repeat that row, except one massive difference: we're going to use black instead of lime green. We're then going to place, for the next row, going from left to right, we want to place 2 white concrete, lime, 2 blue, lime, 2 white. For the next row, we want to place 2 white concrete, 4 blue on top of the eyes, and then 2 white. And to finish this off, we simply want to place a layer of blue directly on top, just like this. So what we can then do, which should be rather easy, we can take the entire top of the head and extend it backwards by 7 rows. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now, the entire rest of the head is actually simply blue concrete, so there's no need to make this any more difficult than it has to be. The rest of the head is pretty much just a blue concrete cube. If you wanted to, and by the way, I'm also extending the bottom of the head backwards in equal measure, and I'm just going to connect the top of the head to the bottom. So it just looks like we need one more row. It doesn't matter how you do this, as long as the top of the head is extended back and then down and then forwards. It doesn't really matter what order that is particularly done in. If you want to, you can make the eyes kind of protrude around the side of the head, although I wouldn't. And what I mean by that is, like, you can take the, say, the white concrete areas, and you can kind of have it like come around the side of the head. But I feel as though that makes Sonic kind of look a little bit like a fish, and I don't like it. So, you know, I'm leaving it up to you. If you want to do that, you can do that. That's completely up to you. But the sides of the head have to be filled in with blue concrete. I'm also saying this out loud right now so I don't forget. Sonic has ears, and we have to make them. It's easy to forget small little parts of the build if you know, if you're not thinking about it. So once that head has been completely filled in with blue concrete, we want to add 2 ears. They are at the top of the head. There's one on each side. Who would have guessed? And they start, say, from like the top left side of the head, move 1 row back. You place a blue concrete, white terracotta, blue, and then a blue on top of the white terracotta, and boom, there's 1 ear. And it's the same thing on the other side. So blue, white, blue, blue. There you go. And there you have Sonic's head. So this is kind of like a creeper-ish sort of version of Sonic at the moment, kind of like a slug version of Sonic. What we're going to now do is we are going to do the back of the build. So it should be rather easy. We have to take the entire bottom row at the back of the build, the light grey concrete, and extend it backwards by 3 rows, like this. We then want to, on top of the last row of light grey, going from left to right, place a row of red, 2 light grey, 2 red, 2 light grey, red, and then an entire row of red on top. What we then have to do is place a row of white concrete, light grey, white, and you'll be able to see the similarities between the front and the back of the build now. Now, once you have done that, we might as well also do the sides of the statue, because it's actually dead easy. At the base of the shoes, you simply place a row of yellow, 2 rows of white, and then light grey concrete and white. You can see how it integrates into the front and back of the statue. So simply once you place your row of yellow and then your 2 rows of white, it's very simple, hopefully, to see how that all kind of like flows together rather nicely. We're going to take the entire back of the statue and we're going to make it blue. Yeah, Sonic is kind of, as I keep mentioning, Sonic is mostly blue. There's not really a detail back here. Sonic does have, I do believe, a tail, I think, depending upon what version you watch. But we're not giving him a tail. That seems a little bit weird, I think. So we're not going to give him a tail. But what we will do, and once again, I'm saying this out loud, just so that I do remember to do it, because it's easy to forget. At the top of the statue, once we eventually do connect all the way upwards like this, right? So boom, boom, just get rid of those. There we go. So all the way up at the top of the statue here, I want to make Sonic's hair flow down a little bit, as he has some nice spiky hair. On the left and right side of this, I want you to place a row of 1, 2, 3 blue concrete extending down his back. We then want to place a diagonal blue concrete extending inwards towards the back, and then another diagonal extending back in and then connecting up to the base of the head, kind of like this. Now, these kind of look like pigtails, actually. These can be filled in using blue concrete. And then what we're going to do is we're going to join these two, and again, I'm just going to call them pigtails just for the fun of it. We're going to join them together at the bottom with blue concrete. We're going to extend them outwards. We're then going to extend these 2 diagonal blocks outwards as well. And then that is going to make this a little bit more 3D. So it just looks like Sonic has some nice long flowing hair. You could even make it a little bit longer as well if you wanted to, just in the middle, because just for a little bit of symmetry and a little bit of diversity. So now that we have done that, you know what, whilst we're doing this, I'm going to fill in the entire sides of the statue with blue concrete to really take Sonic to the next level and really make him look like kind of like a snail or a kind of like a Sonic worm or something, like without the Sonic Snake, I guess. Without the arms, he does look a little bit weird, and that's why I keep calling him like a snake or like a slug or something, because like he just looks really weird. Now that we've done that, we're going to grab the white terracotta. Okay, so the white terracotta wants to be placed, and this has been made difficult by the hair. The white terracotta wants to be placed in a row of 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, in every sense of the word, actually, extending out the top of the body, which is here, like the last row of the body. And that row of white wants to, as I mentioned, 1, 2, 3. We already had the initial row, so row of 4. The white terracotta then wants to be extended downwards by 5 rows. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It wants to be 5 because it wants to be 6 rows in total. This makes up half of the arm. The arms are 12 blocks long, like this. Then underneath, we want to place a row of white concrete, light grey, then white concrete, and then left to right, light grey, 3 white. Underneath that, we want to place a white concrete, light grey, 2 white, and then underneath that, white concrete. So that is how the arm will look. You see, that's looking a lot better. Now we want to come to the opposite side and we want to copy that. So basically 1, 2, 3, 4 coming out the exact opposite side of the body. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. So remember, 6 rows of white terracotta like this extending out the top of the body. We then want to place a row of white concrete underneath, light grey concrete, white extending from like the right to the left. We want to place ourselves a light grey, 3 white. Underneath this, white, light grey, 2 white. Underneath that, a row of white concrete, just like this. And then we have our 2 arms, just like that. So that's looking pretty good. And all we have to do pretty much then is we just have to copy the exact same thing onto the back of the body as well. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to use the white terracotta for the back part of the arms now. And then we're going to place the white concrete and the light grey concrete together. We're going to form literally the exact same thing. Oh, also, obviously, the white concrete and the light grey concrete, hopefully, it's obvious anyway. These are his gloves that he wears. Don't know why he wears gloves, really. And the little bit of light grey is kind of like his clenched fist. So that's why you might be wondering, what is that light grey? His fist. So his fingers kind of like, you know, form together to make a fist. And we want to do the same thing on the opposite side as well. And once we've done this, there will actually be nothing else left to do. And of course, we just have to fill the side in. I'm not sure if I mentioned this or not, because, you know, I just kind of like ramble in these tutorials. When it comes to the side of the arm, you just want to copy what material is used on the outer part of the arm. So if there so happens to be white terracotta, use white terracotta. If there so happens to be white concrete, use white concrete, and light grey concrete, light grey concrete. You guys get the idea. So we're just going to now resume filling in the rest of Sonic, and once we have done this, and we're just going to give it a nice little once over, we should have our 100% fully completed Sonic statue. So this is what your Sonic statue should look like once he has been 100% fully completed. I thought it was only right to make this as the new Sonic movie came out. I'm very, very happy with this. The last time I made a Sonic statue, I didn't have access to concrete, so it's quite nice that I was able to update this in some terracotta and some concrete rather than wool. I do hope that you guys enjoyed this tutorial. If you did, please do remember to hit that like button, as it really helps me and the channel out very, very much. If you're new around here, please do consider subscribing and clicking the little bell next to the subscription button. That'll ensure that you get all my stuff sent directly to your sub box. And if you do want to make anything else by me, not only do we make statues and cartoon related builds at the Cram Twins house over there, and more cartoon related builds. I don't know if you guys will be able to tell what that is just from the underneath part of that, but that is actually Cammy's Lookout from the Dragon Ball series. But thank you so much for watching, everybody. I love you all very much, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.